my child?
He's going to go with you.
What about the education there?
It's pretty good, I've heard. So you're going to go meet with the family on a vacation, and they're going to tell you about all the cultures, customs, and that's going to include the schooling.
Okay, about how long will I be there?
For a year or more.
A year? Wow. Okay.
Welcome to Italy.
Unlike many American families where everyone eats on their own or pays more attention to their electronics, Italians are big on family meals. In Italy, most stores close down at 1 o'clock for lunch and 8 for dinner so that they can go home and eat with their families. Breakfast is usually small in Italy. Most Italians have a cup of tea or coffee or something sweet to eat for breakfast.
Sorry I'm late. I was just trying to find my way around.
That's fine.
Have to get breakfast for us.
I know you're not accustomed to our norms, so I'll explain to you that when you come to somebody's house, you can't sit at the table until the host is at the table.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Do
fine.
you need help with anything?
No, I'll be right over. Do you like juice or tea?
Juice is fine.
You can have a seat.
Okay, thank you.
So how's the stay at Italy?
It's good. I'm just trying to get used to it. Just trying to figure everything out. Different.
That's good. Okay, so I know you were sitting here to meet with us, so we teach you more about our culture.
Yes.
When you're at the dinner table, you can't have your elbows on the table.
Oh, okay.
So you have to make sure you make eye contact so you know that they're interested. When they speak to you, and you know it shows a sign of respect.
Okay, so eye contact, no elbows. Okay.
Okay. Maybe if you're going to a dinner table, or a dinner or a restaurant, you tend to when you come to a house, you bring very fine wine.
Okay.
Or you bring expensive chocolate. It's like a thank you, like a way to say thank you.
Okay.
When you get invited to somebody's house.
All right.
Also, when dinner's over and you know the invitation's over, when the host has to stand up, it shows that the invitation's over, and that's pretty much telling you that it's time for you to go.
Okay.
And a lot of times people send thank you cards or a note, you know, for being entertained at somebody else's house.
Okay.
So, what else do you want to know about Italy?
What about cell phone usage? How do you if I was to sit at a dinner table? Because I know in America, if I sit at a dinner table, everybody can't hear, but I'm still texting, I'm on Instagram or stuff like that. How's that here?
Here is different. When you're at the dinner table, when it's breakfast, lunch, anytime at the table, it's family time.
Okay.
You're not allowed to eat in separate rooms.
Okay.
You can't use electronics. You can't be on the phone. You can't wander off. You pretty much is the time where everybody talks and integrates with each other, because it's very important that family communicate.
Okay. And you know how I was late? Is that how is that in Italy? I know in America, I would have been the people at house I was coming to, they would have been really upset because I was late.
Normally didn't mean to come in late. It doesn't really bother us, as long as you apologize, it's pretty much okay. We finally, we're not going to be so uptight about it. We're not really uptight. We're very humorous. Even when people, I see that people in America stress a lot, and it's not that way here. People tend to find the positive side of their problems and their humor. Our humor is very important to us. I guess it's a way to stay healthy and not to be as stressed.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I have today.
Italy, like most European countries, differ from the United States when they greet each other. They greet each other by something called a social kiss.
Hello.
What is this thing about social kissing? In Europe, everybody does it, and that includes the British, who are supposed to be so buttoned up. This is the artist Laura Ford at her recent show in London. Does she kiss absolutely everyone, even people she doesn't know?
I won't kiss them.
You won't kiss them
Unless,
at all?
well, I might later, after a few more drinks.
In even the most bohemian of settings here, the double kiss on the cheek is mandatory. When you arrive, you kiss everybody hello. When you leave, you kiss everybody goodbye. Women kiss women, men kiss men, women kiss men. As for the Americans, most are completely outclassed by the Latins and even the Brits in any kind of social kissing.
The Latins kind of generally go straight in there, and as soon as you've met them, you're kissing them. Whereas the Americans are probably a little bit more, a bit more uptight about the whole thing.
In comparison to Italy and other European countries, people in the United States are not as open when greeting others, especially people they have just met.
Usually your standard, maybe a head nod like that, just to acknowledge, and that's about it. Keep it pretty simple.
Definitely a hug. Yeah, a handshake and a hug.
Susan!
Just hi. How you doing?
Just the hug, if anything, not a kiss on the cheek. I mean, it's generally only by close friends or people I know, so it's never that bad or awkward.
Healthcare in Italy versus healthcare in America. In Italy, the government provides full healthcare coverage for tax-paying citizens. They only have to pay small co-pays for things such as x-rays. Italians also have the option to have private insurance, which eliminates longer waits for treatment and provide better doctors. However, in America, you do not have full coverage and you are required to pay larger co-pays. Unlike Italy, American insurance plans provided by the government, such as Medicaid and Medicare, do not apply to everyone. Many people in America have to seek insurance through their jobs or pay for it themselves.
It's about time you came in. Why are you so late?
I had too much wine. It got to me. I need a liver transplant.
Really?
Yes. And I have to wait about 2 more months to go all the way to North Italy to get my treatment and my transplant. I'm in so much pain.
But if you need a transplant, why are you coming with a bottle of wine?
Because I drink wine with everything. My breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, my snack. You know how we was raised?
Yeah, that's true. Well, at least you're covered.
I know, but it's just the wait is the longest.
And you gotta be in pain for that long?
Yes. Not until my doctor, that was assigned to me, tells me otherwise.
Oh, girl, I feel bad for you. Maybe I should cut back on the wine.
Education in Italy.
Public preschool and elementary schools are free. Secondary school level 1 is also free. However, parents are responsible to pay for the books, which goes until the age of 14. After the child turns 14, school is no longer mandatory. Higher secondary school is not covered by the government. Parents have to pay tuition, and if a family has low income, they may be eligible for assistance. Higher secondary school is broken down into subjects, so you're able to choose what subject you want to study. For example, scientific, classic, language, school for teachers, technical school, professional school, arts high school, and dance elementary school.
Hey, how are you? I never thought I'd see you here in Italy.
Yeah,
I brought you some wine.
Thank you. How's your stay been?
It's okay. I'm getting used to it. It's different.
Yeah, what have you learned so far?
Well, I learned everything not to do. Like the first time I came over for breakfast, I didn't bring a gift or anything. And And she told me how that's kind of like disrespectful. I was supposed to bring something small, like either chocolate or wine. So I brought wine. I sat at the table before she sat me down. I didn't know the host is supposed to sit you down first. And I also had my elbows on the table.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah. And I also learned about how cell phones are frowned upon at dinner, like it's family time and stuff like that.
It's a lot different than America.
Yeah, a lot to get used to.
Yeah. So in business in Italy, have you learned a lot about that? Like what they do in business?
No, I have actually a couple of questions about like how is the power distance and things like that.
Now that we have talked about the Italian culture, we are going to discuss Hofstede's and Jesselin's dimensions of cross-cultural business behaviors. Hofstede's study of national culture showed that countries consistently showed differences and similarities on the following work-related factors: degree of power distance, individualism or collectivism, masculinity or femininity, uncertainty avoidance or tolerance of ambiguity, and long-term or short-term orientation. When it comes to power distance, Italy has a dimension in the middle at a score of 50. When it comes to individualism and collectivism, Italy has a high score of 76, which suggests that they are very individualistic and are only out for themselves and their family. Italy is a very masculine society. When it comes to uncertainty avoidance, Italy scored a 75, which means Italians are not comfortable with the unknown. And with a score of 34, Italy is a short-term oriented society.
Although Italy is mostly focused on getting the deal done, Italians prefer some sort of relationship to be developed before any business is done. Italy is also a very formal society that is polychromic, and they tend to be very expressive. Jesselyn observed that 4 dimensions help in understanding international marketing, negotiations, and management. The 4 dimensions are deal focus or relationship focus, informal or formal, monochromic or polychromic, and expressive or reserved.
Moving to another country on an international assignment is not always easy. Many people undergo culture shock and end up disliking their experience. Although Shakira did experience some culture shock, she ended up loving Italy. Her job gave her the opportunity to stay there for another year. After Shakira's second year was up, she was sad that she had to go, but she reassured her coworkers that she would be back to visit.